Hey there, it's Dr. Meghan Manfra again. Today we're going to be focusing on when AI gets it wrong. We're going to be addressing all things hallucination and bias and how we can critically respond to these when we use AI tools. So, have you ever asked an AI a question and it answered with complete confidence, only to be completely wrong? Perhaps you've seen quite a few memes about this out there, or even headlines for instance, a recent case in which a lawyer used ChatGPT for background research, only to find out that the cases cited were completely made up. What are we to do as users of these tools to better protect ourselves from what we really think of as a double-edged sword here between innovation and distortion? Well, there it turns out there are things we can do, and we're going to explore several of those over the course of the next several modules in the course. I think the first really big thing to get on the same page with is that AI isn't thinking, it's actually predicting. It's important to recall that AI is a pattern detector. It is not a truth detector, as some people say, and it learns from the internet. And so the internet itself is flawed in terms of if you think about the content, there's areas of great brilliance, perhaps, but also bias and distortion. So we know that our AI tools are only as good as the data on which they're created. So there's a couple of things that we can begin to develop into our repertoire as we begin to assess our use of AI and plan for responsible use. And those include everything from just really thinking critically, so verifying before you trust something, beginning to have that critical edge. And I'm not implying that we should be cynical here, that we can't believe anything, but it's really important to begin thinking about ways that we can corroborate with other sources. One easy way is to do a lateral read to look across the topics by doing a very simple search engine query. You can also diversify inputs. So it's very interesting to compare across AI tools and modalities to see what kind of outputs you get. You can use more technical models like RAG models that increase the verifiability of the content in which your LLMs are working off of, and then really be clear about how you structured prompts. So the what we know and what we'll talk about over the in this course is that prompting is really important in terms of giving you really good results. So wildly different prompts can give you wildly different results. And the better the prompt, the fewer the hallucinations you'll see. So obviously, AI is not a replacement. It can be seen probably better as a collaborator, and only humans bring judgment, empathy, and ethics to the use of this human machine teaming. And I think our desire here is to really think about keeping the human in the human machine teaming. So when AI gets it wrong, we learn. And when we learn, we begin to help shape the future of AI. So just kind of some things to sort of think about and reflect on is really beginning to think about what assumptions drive the systems that you're using, perhaps whose voices are missing, and how can we design AI that better reflects human values. So our call to action here is to really think about when AI gets it wrong, it's our cue to get it right, and to begin to pause um, before you trust. So ask, is this true? To really assess what you're doing, ask who might be affected, and how can I make this more fair and equitable and reasonable? So throughout the course, again, we'll be continuing to really think about this issue around the responsible use of AI tools and technologies and the way in which we can navigate some of the affordances as well as the pitfalls of these systems.